Hi everybody. I'm working on some collage papers today, specifically some black and white ones. I decided that I really wanted to work on some collages and I just have teeny tiny scraps of black and white paper left. So, first order of business today was to get some paint going on some paper. I did some white circles on black paper and now some black lines on white paper. Nothing earth-shattering here, no rocket science whatsoever, just making lines on paper. May seem very, very elementary, and it is. Anything you can do to make collage paper with patterns or different marks or anything, it's less about the marks on the paper, in my experience, and more about how you use the paper that matters. So you can just do teeny tiny dots all over the place and then mix that with something else. And that's what makes the paper interesting in the actual collage. So there's no need to go to great lengths to make, 7 layers of anything, make it too complicated. This reminds me of Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown's little shirt. Here I was just trying to see what would happen if I rolled the paintbrush across. It's nice to get marks that are unexpected sometimes as well. Otherwise, if you're like me, you'll find that you quickly gravitate towards certain marks. Like I like circles and loop-de-loops and stripes, and you may forget that any other shapes exist at a certain point. Now I've picked up my China marker and I'm just making some black loop-de-loops. I'm using the China marker because the China marker doesn't really, every once in a while it'll smear with some of my gloss medium, but for the most part it stays put on the paper. And this is again a China marker, just making some little circles. And it does not need to be perfect. You can see that my lines are not very straight. If a machine did it, and you could actually buy probably scrapbook paper that has this perfectly laid out, but I suspect you probably wouldn't like it as much, quite frankly, because A, you didn't make it, and B, it's a little too perfect. The older I get, the more I realize that the art that I love shows the imperfections. It shows that a human made it, not a machine. And that's a huge, huge factor in what makes it beautiful and daring and everything else. Perfection, machines can do things perfectly. So what? Not as interesting. This is actually some packaging material that I had. It's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like tissue paper consistency. So I have a ton of really thin layers of this. It's much thinner than a paper towel. I guess it pretty much is tissue paper. But it's got that nice warm brown color. So I'm keeping this super simple. I got out more of my black and white paper that I've had in my paper vault, and I'm using black and white collage, some of these neutral papers that I have, like the packing paper, and I'm just playing. Not sure how your weeks have been. My week has been, I'm just tired. I'm so tired. My husband has been out of town for 2 weeks. He was home for 2 days in the middle, but I'm just tired. My kids are a bit cranky and not feeling their best. I'm probably cranky and not feeling my best. I don't have a whole lot left in my tank right now, but this helped me. It just helped me. I literally just finished this, and it was so nice just to play and have there be no right answer for anything. So there was no way I could mess it up. There's no wrong answer to collage. So the more you play, the more confident you'll get in just owning whatever choices you make, because no one can ever tell you they're the wrong choices. It's your art, it's your collage. And when you're using collage paper, whether you've made it or not, or you just have some found papers, some of the work is done for you, right? You're looking for interesting things. You don't have to worry about making interesting things. So if you're flipping through a magazine, you can find different colors. There's lots of color blocked pages if you want flat color. If you want, an ombre effect, I'm sure you can find that in different ads and whatnot. For me, I'm learning that collage is just a really refreshing project for me. I get to use some of my imagination, but not too much where it makes me tired. It's not a personal challenge. It's just gluing paper to paper. I mean, the baseline, it's, kindergarten. It's your first year of school. You're just moving things around on paper, deciding where to glue them. And there's so much joy in that. From my perspective, there's so much joy. There's so little stress. And it's like reminding yourself how fun it is to be creative and how easy it can be if we just don't think about it too much. We don't put so much pressure on ourselves. So if you take nothing else from this video, I hope that you will take that. Just play. Just get some paper, cut it up, move it around, glue it down, and see what it feels like. This was really fun for me. I normally don't work with this neutral packing paper. Normally my off-whites or my neutrals are more like book pages, so it's a more of a cream. But I really liked how these kind of brownish neutrals warmed up the overall composition. Especially since I was planning to use just black and white. So it doesn't feel cold to me. It just feels, I don't know how it feels. It feels kind of whimsical. I think it's because of the larger scale cream dots on the brown paper and the larger scale white circles on the black paper. There's something whimsical about it. Now I'm using a white China marker and continuing some of the black's loop-de-loops. Do you guys call those loop-de-loops or squiggles? It's a technical term. I'm going to go with loop-de-loop. A little scribble in there just to add some chaos. Felt a little too orderly. Adding some white paint just because. So that's one area where the China marker did actually, what's the word I'm looking for? Smear. It did smear on the lower left-hand corner of the right page, but whatever. You win some, you lose some. I used a baby wipe to clear away some of that white on the left side just to make it a different shape. So I really hope you guys will try this or keep it in your back pocket for when you want to create, but you just don't have anything left in your tank. This really didn't take me that long, and I started with making the paper. You do not have to start making the paper. You can start with paper that you have or scraps, or, cut up a couple magazine pages and put them back together. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.